Okay, so I lied to you guys. I don't actually wear this. My actual work clothes are kind of boring. And you know, I'm kind of immunocompromised. People are so rude about it too. When I was hired in, the HR lady was actually really nice about it. She handed me like an employee packet that had like the guidelines or whatever for like the dress code. And this photo was directly off the company website. None of the wording was legible. I got a little worried, so I asked her if what I had on was okay. So she gave me the go-ahead. Sweet. The only people that actually get the red aprons are the produce section. And they look so cute and they have pockets. I don't really like my clothes. They aren't that cute. And you know what? I can draw myself however I want. Also, I just wanted to say, this is kind of the second part of a video I made before. I had mentioned a rude DoorDasher that made my coworker cry. I never got to officially name him, so we'll just call him DDD. Every freaking time I looked up, he was coming in shopping a new order. There was even a week where I worked from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and I saw him that entire day. Look down, look up, he'd be back again. Every time I came in, he'd always have the same things to complain about. As an example, if you try and order like a pack of raw chicken on the DoorDash website from our store, DoorDash apparently labeled the chicken incorrectly. So when they go to scan it, they kinda can't. And I get it, it makes it hard, but like, how am I supposed to fix the app I don't own? And I haven't ever personally DoorDashed, but I know for a fact there's a simple solution. He can just ask for a substitute. You think it would be that simple for him to do, for him to ask. But that is the last option he'll pick. The first option he'll pick is to scream until he gets the store director to run to the back to check if the chicken is in the back. Like, we're just somehow hiding it from him. It wouldn't even be that bad, but he just has such a rotten attitude. And having to see him my entire 9-hour shift does not make it any better. I had said last video I thought he was gonna get banned. No, the store directors have still not banned him yet. And that means we have to put up with him still. And for a little more context, the place where I work at has their own online service too. So some people place orders and then have DoorDashers just come and pick those up. Some people just like the fact that the store shops them instead of the DoorDashers. And I can't say that I blame them. For this next story, I was not here at all, so this is all just my coworker retelling me this. So King DDD, King DoorDasher, comes waltzing up to pick up an order, and this particular order wanted like a hot rotisserie chicken. And they always make them fresh, so of course the kitchen was still in the middle of making it. But this little inconvenience was too much for this guy. Not even a minute and he was already tweaking out. He kept telling my coworker to hurry up like she was the one cooking it. And when told there was still gonna be a little bit more of a wait, he started cursing her out. So now, the other self-checkout employee that was telling me the story in the first place said our coworker was mouthing for her to go get help and to go grab our store director. He was in the middle of something and she knew it, so she hated going back to ask him. And only he has the ability to ban him from the store. And yeah, my store director does know this guy, which is why he was kind of pissed off that he had to even go back and deal with him. He said it was a little awkward walking back up to the front with him. When they got up there, they just kind of stood next to him. And I guess that finally gave him the signal to keep his damn mouth shut. Sorta. He still acted like it was the end of the world that he had to wait for a hot rotisserie chicken. I don't even know how long it took, but finally, thankfully, he finally got the chicken and he left. Saying what he thought of everyone, of course. And I have no idea what makes him or other DoorDashers so entitled in the first place. A while ago, I even had a guy shove his phone in my face. I couldn't believe it. And he said he was gonna go wait on the outside bench. That is so incredibly gutsy to give a stranger your phone. Literally so many things that could happen. Not even one time did he look up from his screen. Even as I was trying to tell him I was not gonna shop his order for him. And I'll never understand what makes him and other people so, like, entitled to things. They all always give out the same kind of excuses. Like, we shop our own store's orders, why can't we just do theirs? Could we at least shop half of their order? That would be only about $300 worth of groceries, but still. It's not that big of a deal. It's not the end of the world. I should know exactly where everything is in the store. We're all just lazy standing around doing our job of standing and waiting for customers. But we're doing nothing, so we should just go do it for them right now. And now I want your manager because you're making my DoorDasher time look bad. And all of these items are incorrectly labeled on the DoorDasher website, so I want to see your manager too. And this will always happen when I'm the only cashier. We do try and keep at least 2 lanes open at a time, but sometimes we just can't. And they're gonna sit here and complain about their DoorDasher time. But there's like a mountain of groceries and they all want paper. Some people have like lifting requirements, so things have to be bagged differently. So all of these different things combined kind of add time. And the other cashier that was supposed to be on, my coworker, she just went to her lunch. And I can't really do anything about that. The only thing I can really do is just kind of keep scanning items. So hopefully get the line that's down the freezer aisle a little down. So now I got all these angry customers shouting, yelling at me to go get my manager, to go get some backup, get anyone. But where? Literally where? But they're all in the back dealing with a truck, another online order, literally everything but being able to help me. So it's just me. It's literally just me right now. And you are not making this any easier for me because everyone's coming angry at me. But yeah, no, I really do not care about your DoorDasher time because my items per minute count went out the window. I am also being timed. And this is like a weekly thing where they check in your items per minute count. And I was trying to bring mine up, but no, mine's gonna look so bad by the end of this. So I guess none of us are gonna get what we want, huh? I really just wish they would just plan breaks better. A year into working, they changed the scheduling system. Before, the manager could just put in the times that people could work, but now she literally can't control that at all. So now it's literally all just like AI powered pretty much. So literally nobody gets the hours they want. Nobody can take the time they want off. The scheduling system is just overall bad. Sometimes, like, we'll have a good week where everyone's scheduled actually kind of good. And a good week is like having at least 3 cashiers. We usually just have 2. When one goes on a break, it's really easy to get backed up with a line. And there's like 2 days of the week where we need 3 cashiers, but we just don't get them. Senior days and Fridays. Senior days because they all love the 10% off discount. And Fridays because we have a lot of alcoholics and like frat kids. And unfortunately, when they go through self-checkout, I have to go take off the liquor tops and manually type in their date of birth. And if they don't have their ID on them, of course they have to either run out or make an excuse, and then I have to void the transaction, and then it takes up time. And either way, I'm having to run around to do something. And the worst times are when they have me run a lane and run self-checkout. Never happened with the old system. Before, they were able to schedule cashiers, so this never happened, but now not anymore. Happens a lot now. Some of my coworkers give me flack saying that this is just the night cashier's duties. You're supposed to run a lane and self-checkout. From 8 p.m., it's only 1 cashier until midnight. But it literally only works at night because there's nobody coming in at night. And of course, people like coming in to get their first picks of the deals. So it's a lot easier to run self-checkout and a lane at night. That reminds me, there was one time there was a couple of call-offs, so it was back to just being me, and I had a lot of angry people to deal with, so I tried calling for backup. And well, she told me not to call her unless I needed an override, because she was shopping an online order and couldn't step away. So not only was I being a cashier, I also had to run self-checkout, literally tripping over myself, getting yelled at all of the way. And I hate that I come out every other shift feeling burned out and just feeling horrible in general. No thank yous, no nothing. And before you say it, it's not like I haven't been looking for new jobs. I have been. Looking online, even going in person. Yeah, I've been putting in a lot of applications, but still hasn't gotten me anything. And I also love the fact that I have such a low social battery that just working my job burns me out. Like, I'm always just so mentally exhausted. I just don't want to talk to anyone after I get home. I love streaming, but even that's hard to do after I get out of work. My mental health literally hanging on by threads. But you know, the fact that we're out of oat milk is my fault. The lack of cashiers and staff is my fault. Everything's my fault. But if I want to be able to afford bills and taxes, that's just something I have to do. All for chump change. Yay! Also, I just wanted to thank you guys so much for all your replies and all your comments. I like reading through them when there's nothing to do at work. I love the horror stories. I really appreciate you guys posting your experiences. And if you guys want to see more or just say hi to me, I am on other social medias like Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch. And I'd really appreciate if you guys went to go check me out on there too. And if you guys also want to check me out on here, if you want to hit that like and subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. My goal for this year was to maybe get monetization. We'll see though. It really helped me out since my mom gave my entire college tuition of $30,000 to a Johnny Depp scammer. She knew it was fake, so I had to pull out this year. So yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you guys hit that like and subscribe button. And like I always say, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Goodbye.